250 class, Thunder Valley. I mean, truthfully, actually I can't say that. I was gonna say I'd rather ride a 250 than a 450 at Thunder, but because of the elevation and the altitude, 250 suck. Every time that I've tried to race the 250 there, you're so down on horsepower. You need such a built bike that is doing 50, 55 horsepower in order to be able to do the jumps, because they make all the lips twice as big. And so generally a stock 250 or non-modded 250 within rules, it's damn near impossible to do any of the jumps. I mean, we saw Stank Dog having such a hard time at some of the back triples. It's moot point. It's just a bummer. Other than that, the only people to really talk about is Jet. I mean, I guess I could laugh at Rob and Cooksey for saying that they think Hunter is going to win the series when the last 3 overalls have been from Jet. A small little, I guess, poke, right? Just a little poke at those guys. That was during our pre-race shows, which I actually really enjoyed our pre-race. Essentially the Honda guys. The Honda guys are the guys to watch out for. And then you've got the Star Racing Yamaha that seems like they're building a good 250 team because they have a really good 450 team. And it's a bummer for Cooper because Justin Cooper is the dude that's always been basically the Marvin Musquin of the 250 class, where he's just there but not quite. There's always one dude that's just barely beating him. And in the sport of motorcycle racing, if you're not first, you're literally last.
Said if you ain't first, you're last. Oh, hell, Ricky, I was high when I said that. But that doesn't make any sense at all. You're first, you're last. You can be second.
When it comes to contracts, everything. So I don't think he's going to continue to hold on to that ride. They want championship winners, and that's just it. And how would we fix that is to start more teams as you have more of a little bit of a budget. We get more outside sponsors, because this is entertainment. This is 1000% entertainment. It's racing motorcycles, but we go to the races to be entertained. As much as it sucks to see wrecks and everything, we want to see big whips, big jumps, good racing, tight racing, and I think that the sport needs to change. We're at the precipice of things coming to a catalyst to where I'm not saying it's going to disappear, but just the sheer shock value is not there anymore with motocross. Guys are going straight to supercross only deals. We're getting a new World Supercross Tour. It's generated around how do you get the average person to come spend $50 to $100 at a stadium. You know, you need to be a real big fan to go to a motocross race, because, yeah, I'm not trying to argue with everybody, but my perception is that this is entertainment. It is not racing. And if we want it to stay around and grow, I keep digressing and not getting to the effing point. So the point is I would like to see the format change. 30 minutes is too effing long for a moto. It's hard to keep people's attention span. And not only do you have a broadcasting company that is interjecting commercials while you could be missing some of the action, I get it. You need to have revenue to pay for stuff. Let's change it to 3 15-minute motos. I know it used to be 45-minute motos and we used to have 3 at one time, but let's make it more exciting. 3-minute motos is just barely breaking it down from 60 minutes to 45 when it comes to just pure time on the track. There you don't have to pay as much for TV time, and you have 3 opportunities to see your top riders go balls to the wall to try to beat each other. And I guess I could go more in depth. I've got lots of ideas. I really have lots of ideas. And the whole point system, the overall means effing nothing. And why do I mean that? Well, Tomac even was chasing Kenny because he didn't get the overall, because he didn't know he got that bonus 3 points for, you know, a first, as opposed to 25 points for first, 22 for second.
I thought I had to get Kenny for the overall.
The overalls mean nothing. Yes, it means something for the paycheck and, you know, they get a cool trophy at the end of it, but it's really motos is how it's been structured for F and ever. But the whole amateur motocross is set up on second moto breaks the tie. So I think it should stay that way and not be as confusing. Because when the rider's sitting there doing math in his head, like, okay, 25, 22, do I have it? It's much easier to just 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 4, 3 beats a 4, boom, we're good. I think the 3 motos will be incredibly entertaining. Yeah, you won't have guys that are just sheer out of it, but that's essentially like 3 big main events, you know, 3 big supercross main events. They're going to push hard. Heart rates are going to be over 200. You're not going to have this big long gap when it comes to this guy's now 40 seconds in the lead. Let me just change the channel, go, you know, take a piss break and grab another beer. Like, you'll be watching on the seat of your pants. Your heart rate will be accelerating because the goal is, how do we get the consumers to feel on the edge of their seat during this stuff? That's what's going to keep them back. Not to mention having a little bit of backstory with everybody. There's got to be a narrative. There has to be a narrative, but then there has to be a fun show to watch multiple times. Let me know in the comments below if you disagree, if you agree. You know, if you want to support me, head over to my Patreon. This is Johnny F. and Hopper. Till next time, I'm running a little lean, so gotta clear out the bike.